So specifically, one of the problems was probably speed of delivery. People speaking too fast, for my opinion. So that was a problem. Another problem, the fact that people would, precisely because they were speaking so fast, the fact that they would blend or mix the sounds, like link the words together so that they would appear one long word, at least in my perception, that became a problem for me. Another thing that created a problem, or that was a problem for me, was that I didn't know the words. So since I was not familiar with the vocabulary, decoding was slow for me. So what I mean by decoding is by the time they had finished a sentence, I had only made out the first two words.
Okay, my name is Cesar, and I'm a graduate student at Georgia State University, and I started to learn English when I was 12. This was back in 1994, and some problems that I had that I remember were the speed that I perceived when I was learning English. I thought that people spoke real quickly, but then I realized that, it's just their normal speed. However, it seemed very quickly for me because of the blending of the words, and because, frankly, we don't really speak like we write. And whenever you're learning English, whether it's in the US or anywhere, you tend to learn formal English. So what I saw, I had a hard time basically reconciling, what was written with what was spoken.
Let's summarize. We've dealt with various issues of connected speech. The first was vowel to vowel, where things such as the answer became the answer. The second was consonant reductions, where going to became gonna. And the last was consonant to vowel, with an example such as depend on becoming depend on.
As you may have noticed, many of the non-native speakers interviewed by Daniel mentioned having had great difficulties understanding native English speakers because they spoke too fast. Connected speech is one of the causes of this perceived fast pace.
In our next episode, we'll be reviewing some other aspects of pronunciation. For example, acronyms. That is,
Burger King becomes BK.
Another feature of pronunciation is the use of flap.
Butter becomes butter.
Okay, listen as our interview subjects discuss more of their experiences learning English.
Another problem that I faced, because I came here to Atlanta, and Atlanta's, they have this particular accent that it was really hard for me to understand, especially because of the pronunciation. They have a very unique pronunciation. For example, the T's, I was completely lost because I used to say Atlanta or 30, and to me, they don't pronounce it. They said 30, and I couldn't hear it. So I was struggling a lot with that when I just came here the first time.
Nowadays, I have some troubles identifying certain types of intonations, pronunciations, and acronyms that native speakers tend to use. What else? The contractions they use tend to be sometimes difficult for us as non-native speakers. And I guess in order to improve our English and pronunciation, we have to be able to make use of these listening aspects to have a better understanding of the language.